Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Marvelous, excellent stuff. This has turned into a Facebook chat. I wonder what is that complaining about smoking, which has made it a Facebook chat. A lot of YouTubers here. If that is bothering you, if anything is bothering anyone this morning, you can let off steam by calling 913-590-303. Put it in the chat, and I would like to really reunite you with the poise that is beyond and behind the noise that can possess our minds and public spaces, just like passive smoking. So if there's anything that's caught your eye that you want to talk about, let's have 30 minutes or so, or 23 now, of chat, letting off steam, such that you can. It's a bit like the equivalent of that warm and dirty water in a hose pipe, isn't it? Just open up the tap, let the warm and old stale water out, and then you've got beautiful, fresh, clear water coming out, cool water, like the cool water of your consciousness and well-being that we hope and endeavor to reunite with you, or reunite you with on the Iberian FM phone in here. That our endeavor is not to stoke the flames of controversy, to be clickbaity and controversial, but really as a way of getting rid of all of that stuff. And first of all, acknowledging that it exists. You know, things do bother us, don't they? Let's face it. And we can get triggered by things. And I think if you're not disciplined, as many of us aren't, in like, where's my Zen? There it is. I'll just get into it. There sometimes can be a little bit of a process in between, can't there? Where's my Zen? I don't know. I haven't seen it for days because X, Y, and Z has been really getting on my nerves. You can let it go this morning in this slot. You're very welcome. I think it's quite an important public service to allow a little bit of steam letting, gear grinding and all that sort of stuff to go on. And I've got a bit of catching up to do. I've got a video to show to Darren, who some time ago, and we've also got Jakob Pedersen with us as well, who was referring to, this is a really nice moment as well, whilst people are gathering the energy or confidence to call in on 913-590-303. Let's just catch up with a few bits and pieces whilst anyone may contemplate doing that. I just need to make sure, of course, that the phone line is connected, which doesn't always happen. And that is something you might want to let off steam about. So, okay, so I think we're ready now. Yes, we're ready for the incoming. If you do want to make a call, we had Chris for the last couple of days, excellent contributions. I think he's off enjoying himself in the Algarve at the moment. We'll talk about Disney Plus as well, why that might be, and going back as well to this. I was making the accusation that what sort of highly educated society has people hungry is not the hallmark of a highly educated society. That's a society where something has gone wrong. Is it not? More higher education, food aid to poverty. Interesting marker. Citizens with high education are appealing for help due to poverty. Portugal's International Medical Association, AMI, has warned today salaries are not allowing people to cope with basic needs. Something's gone wrong, hasn't it? Speaking to Luza at the foundation's Porta Amiga Centre in Chelas, Lisboa. AMI Director Salome Marques described worrying numbers of people who are already starting to appear who actually have more advanced schooling, a higher level of literacy, God forbid, than those habitually supported. She fears that people's mental health could be becoming more and more fragile. What a pretty pass. What a sad state of affairs. That to me is kind of sums up there in a little vignette where we might have gone wrong with all our cleverness. We're so clever that highly educated people need to go to a food bank. Something's gone wrong with the switchboard there, with the societal switchboard in how things are connected. There isn't a shortage, is there, of resources? There's just a problem with distribution. Oh, didn't notice you coming in, Raquel. How are you this morning? Good morning, beautiful people. And Feliz Aniversario is how you would say happy anniversary. We had so many other comments that I didn't get to. I do beg your pardon on that. We can catch up with a few now. And should I attempt to say anticonstitucionalissimamente? Yeah, it's the mamaint that's thrown me, isn't it, at the end there? And Alisa Maminki, is that what you were trying to get me to say as well, Tabitha? I'm not sure. And is that connected with your comment about Disney Plus, who supposedly you're reporting to us, Tabitha, that they have lost 4 million subscribers? Yeah, Disney Plus loses 4 million subscribers. What's that about? The tired trope around that is that they've all gone all wokey-cokey and no one likes it. And that's why they're losing people. But there could be all sorts of reasons for that, could there not? Anti-disestablishmentarianism, I'm better at that than I am at the Portuguese longest word. That's the longest English word, and thank you to James for that. All the Disney subscribers are here. Here's a theory from Stephen Wells. But they are now using the same Netflix login. So it just looks like 20 are watching. We know that so well. Good morning. I am thinking of traveling to Aveiro today. Let me play you a little bit of a tourist information video in that case. The Monkey Park. Don't know why it's called that. But here it is. A little service to you, Darren, from Bairandi.
Careful. The fish. They're pretty big. Little ducklings. Yeah. There's a duck. It's going into the duck house. In the monkey park in Aveiro. Very nice. Ciao bellas.
There he is with his catchphrase, Joe Bellas. That's really lovely, thank you. And Darren, interesting water monkeys, he says. We don't know why it's called the Monkey Park. I think it's the park next to the hospital, and it's fantastic. Aveiro, I think you'll enjoy yourself in Aveiro. It looks like, you're going there on CEF business. Darren, if you possibly can, and I think I would give this advice to anyone on bureaucratic business, make a day of it and enjoy the town you're going to. Don't just go there and get peed off with the bureaucracy. Make a day of it. Have some fun in Aveiro. There's lots to do there. It's a fantastic town. It really is. That's just one of its many charms. Turtles, ducks, ducklings, and fish cohabiting together in, Parque da Macaca. Yes, coexisting there as a little United Nations of the fauna world, as an example to us human beings. Isn't that incredible? That's when your back's turned, though. Those fish are probably trying to eat the ducklings and the turtles are trying to eat the fish. Anyway, probably not the best analogy for human cooperation. We talked about the Rota Nord N222, which I think Tony is a great fan of now, part of it along the River Douro as well, that trip he just talked about. And Jacob Peterson, Pedersen, good to have you here. It's a song. Is that what never turned down the offer of a mint? Sounds a bit like something. It does sound like an old musical number. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do our favourite now. Never turn down the old offer of a mint. Yumty Tumty Tum. Sounds a bit like something that could have been on the soundtrack from Train Spotting. Yes, but I don't think it would have been mints, or they would have been using the word mint as a euphemism for something else, possibly, on the old Train Spotting movie. Not that I've seen it, or I've only seen bits of it, I think. I'm not sure I could take my hand down away from my face to see the whole thing. And tip of the day, thank you as well from Jacob Pedersen. Tip of the day, if you want to learn Portuguese, start with the word, oh, don't make me do that again, anticonstitucionalissimamente. The rest is easy peasy. There you go. They are brilliant. I'm still wondering what that refers to. And yes, mate, a salute, a cheer, and a round of applause for that dad, piling his plate high. Much to the consternation, I suspect, of the Chinese staff at the all-you-can-eat buffet. I guess they have to factor such dads into their business model. Yes, mate, I had the rabbit chanfana. This is what the Palacio de Gelado. I had, or Gelo, sorry, not the Palace of Ice Cream, but the Palace of Ice. I had the rabbit chanfana, $8.50 with bread, olive, soup, a main, a cafe and conchirino, and a great bottle of frisant, a bottle of sparkling wine as well. How good is that? I think that's frisant, vino rather than agua there. Forget about correct pronunciation. The story is being well told. It was, and we did interrupt him quite a few times, helping Tony to say the word viseo. But it didn't happen, and it was a great story. I love messing up my pronunciation, says Tabitha, and confusing officials and switching between Dutch and French and back into Portuguese. Can you send me an example of that, please, on WhatsApp? You know you can send audio messages, and I'd love to receive them. And if you want to rant in that way, do so. You can send a little audio message via WhatsApp on 913-590-303. That number should be on the screen. It is now. You can record a little message. If you don't want all the faff of ringing in and talking to me, just send a message. It can be a one-way communication. It can be an act of passive. Well, it's active aggression, isn't it? But you don't have to have a two-way on it. You can just say your piece and we can share it. I smoke more now than when I used to smoke. That is other people's. Okay, so not a fan then of the passive smoking, and glad to see that legislation coming in. I suspect there, Victoria in Portimao. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that was an amen, I think, for no smoking, as James said, while eating. And verdad to Darren, or trying to enjoy a gelato on a sunny day, surrounded by every outdoor table with smokers. Yeah, I do acknowledge it as a problem, and this is when it gets really infuriating. How about I was sat on a wall alone eating my watermelon when everyone comes and sits right next to me to smoke? It's a habit that I think is on the way out, isn't it? You wouldn't think so, I guess, if you look around Portugal and restaurants at the moment and other European towns and cities. But it is a weird thing to do, isn't it? Is to set plants on fire wrapped in paper and then inhale the smoke directly into your lungs from them. And the only way it can continue, I would have thought, is based on addiction. Although that said, when I smoked, I used to enjoy it. And I'm one of those lucky people that I could have a cigarette now if I really wanted to. The idea of it appalls me, the taste and all of that, and then not do it again. I think I'm very lucky in that way, and it's horrible when you're addicted to anything, of course. But I think it's overall, in the long span of human history, it will be one of those things we look at and laugh. I hope we do. Well, for two reasons. One, that will be around long enough to do so, and that we'll have put that funny habit behind us. Jabalish for Bandy. Got a power cut. My goodness. Just managed to type that in as everything went down. Does anybody know regarding the CP train app? Some journeys are marked as urban, but you cannot buy the ticket on the app. How do you take the journey? You buy on the train. There are conductors on the train there. If you can't buy a ticket on entering a station because the station no longer has a ticket office or it's closed, you get on the train and you pay the conductor on the train. Ticket price is very cheap. Yes, they'll be. If there is a ticket office, they don't like it. I've noticed and have experienced myself that you haven't bought the ticket at the ticket office. It's only really, as far as I understand it, when you can't buy a ticket before entering the train, that you can buy one from the conductor. But they've got all the kit there and they take cards as well. And as Mrs. M said, they're a handsome bunch, and they may well have their own CP personnel calendar one of these days, if Mrs. M has anything to do with it. It's a very smart uniform. They look great. I got my renewed residency card yesterday. I think you're going to get the horn for that. This hasn't happened for a little while, has it? I'm not talking about you personally. there. I haven't issued one of these, is what I meant to say there, T-Duck. Look at that, and confirmation that Portugal will have to put up with T-Duck for another, or at least 3 more years. Nice one. And I got it there. I finally got it. Thank you very much. And if they ban smoking, then how about banning excess perfume? Far more disgusting to me. That's interesting. So you don't want to stand next to me when I've just applied a liberal splashing of lavender, or is it those more hormone disrupting ones? Some of the, I've got a feeling that this acabrito, old school stuff, is quite natural. That's, of course, if you can describe covering yourself in essential oils and alcohol as natural in any way. And maybe Iberian Gauge, you don't want to partake in that. You just want to do the design and step way back. But yeah, there are some perfumes, aren't there, and body sprays that I think have what I call hormone disruptors in them. And there are a few household products like that as well. I think you're right. And that will also come in time, won't it? And we will, of course, be accused of being snowflakes and wokey-cokey snowflakes who can't cope with a good blast of Old Spice up each nostril first thing in the morning. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there today. Make a note of that number, though, 913-590-303 for the Iberian FM phone-in. If you are going about your day and your poise is ruined by noise, whether that be of a physical, spiritual, mental, whatever level of that's occurring, don't forget, I'm here for you at 10 o'clock on a weekday morning to let off a bit of storm, storm and steam, and return yourself. Oh no, that's the wrong one. But nice to hear Owen's voice there. Yeah, actually, if I can share with you, this is our mission statement done sonically for you now. If you find yourself ever in this state. Yeah, if you find yourself in that state and you would like to be in this state, tune in to the Iberian FM phone-in. Come and let it all go, and a problem shared is a problem halved, and hopefully we can get rid of that other half as well through respectful discourse, open hearts, open minds, and the sort of topics you're not going to necessarily hear discussed on the news, although you might do on Twitter soon. Good job, Elon Musk. Come join us 10 o'clock weekdays on the Iberian FM phone-in. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow for more Portuguese pronunciation, because, of course, it will be
Felamana Friday.
Until then, have a great day. Bye for now. Take care. See you tonight, possibly, when we talk to Daniel of Crowd Design about getting a home built by an architect here in Portugal, and the dream team thereafter. Take care. Bye for now. Ciao for now.
Wells Fargo presents one of the surest ways to grow your money. A Wells Fargo CD account, where you can earn a 5.00% annual percentage yield on an 11-month term with a minimum opening deposit of $5,000. Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/CD rates to open a CD account and start growing your savings with us.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Hello, saver. Whether you're saving for that trip to the tropics or saving for an emergency, now is the time to take advantage of Wells Fargo's savings options. Wells Fargo offers savings accounts that can help you save towards your goals. So, what are you saving for? Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/save to open a savings account today.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.